my Billy Idol. So.
I see you got Billy Idol tagging along for today's show. I love it. And he's got a big fat smile on his face.
Oh, yeah.
You're funny. I love that.
Assume the position. No, I'm just kidding.
What's that?
I said assume the position.
Oh, and he's perfectly posed right behind you. Like,
yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I just learned how to do this on my phone. I have yet to learn how to do it on my computer. So.
Okay. I did. Yeah. I mean, I know you can. I know you can put the backgrounds and stuff.
Oh yeah. I just have no clue how.
I don't know how to do it either, but I like my background. So I mean, it's live. It's there.
Yeah. My computer's giving me trouble. I'm still trying to log on to it as we speak, but in the meantime, I'm here with Billy.
Okay. Well, that works. I love it. So it is Wacky Wednesday with Connie K and LBJ. Yeah. It is May 6, 2020. So how are things going in your corner of the world, Connie?
Good. It's a crazy week. Very busy. But it's a good busy.
Okay.
Yeah, everything's good. Getting ready for Friday, and my daughter's getting married, so I'm excited about that.
I'm so excited. That's going to be so much fun.
I know.
So I did the walkthrough with her this morning, with her and Brandon, about the setup and where they're going to dig for their tree tomorrow. So
nice.
We did come up with some preliminaries just in case. They have that, on their garage, they have that little covered porch cement area right on their garage.
Yeah,
that will work in a pinch, not a problem.
Right, that's what I thought too. But
and then of course, what's that?
I said, what do I know? I'm just the mom.
No, you're the mom. On a wedding day, you're the mom. I'm the mom.
Yeah, sure.
So no, that's so yeah. We went over some stuff, and it was. I think it was fast, but it was a good meeting. I have gloves I'm going to bring. I've got a mask I'm going to bring, and I just have to print out the ceremony, which is super fast and easy, and all
awesome.
Pictures and everything. That's super fast and easy. The thing that I think I surprised Devin today, because she's like, well, what all do we have to do? Do you drop off the certificate or do we? And I'm like, well, either one. It doesn't make a difference. You drop it off. When you pick it up after registration occurs, it's $25. I think it's $25 to pick up the actual certificate when they print it out, right?
Okay.
And then, because you hand them an application, and then it takes a little bit for them to record it and all that jazz on
right
and all that. And then from there, they give you a receipt, and you come back and pick it up later, like a day or 2 days, 3 days tops, I think. And then from there, you should order copies, a couple of original copies, because instead of making copies on your own, because a lot of times those aren't legal then, because they don't have the state stamp.
Right. Sorry.
And so, no, you're good. And so I was telling her, and she's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, you have to get the validated copies, because you got to go to Social Security. She goes, well, do you know the process for changing your name? Yeah. You go to Social Security, you take them a copy of your wedding certificate, you go to DMV, give them a copy of your wedding certificate, and then you go, your husband's insurance, give them a copy, and
right.
All like when you go fill out your taxes, you probably may have to take a copy then too. But
right.
He's like, oh, I didn't even think about that stuff, and I'm like, yep, those are the things you got to go do in order. And then of course you got to go and check out your the utility bills and all that kind of stuff, and let them know that there's a new name and all that jazz.
Insurance, we didn't know that. Troy saved so much money on insurance when we told them he was married.
Oh,
like
really?
The insurance.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How did that go?
It was good. We didn't know.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to get this on my computer as we speak. So, because I can't see you, because all I can see is me and Billy. No.
Okay.
So bear with me. My computer's been crazy. I don't know if it's my internet or what, but So
Well, I can see and hear you just fine. I'm surprised you can't see me.
nope. And I don't know why. Oh, there you are. Wait, maybe I can. Oh, it's craziness.
No, just work with what you got. That's not a big deal. And the reason I'm saying that is because I mean, I don't know if there's a possibility to transfer once you start recording the sessions, right?
I don't know.
That's why I say if it's working right now, if you can see me at all,
Yeah, I can see you now.
good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and before, if you couldn't, I could see you and I could hear you and I could see the interactions, and it's recording, so it's not a big deal.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna stop this.
Okay. So I do have to chime in a little bit. I do have to chime in just a little bit because I went through my I went through my bead box, my box of beads, and I found charms that I didn't know I had in there, or that I totally forgot I had in there.
See, they just start showing up.
They do.
You.
So here's a cross.
Oh, I like it.
Isn't that pretty? That's
yeah.
This one I love.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Guy. That's awesome. And then I have, now I'm going to take the jump rings off these so I can put them in a canister or in a thingy. But
yeah.
This one is a shooting star.
Nice. So, okay, as you're showing them to me, tell me what comes to mind about that.
Like the cross one, this to me, I don't immediately, I'm getting equal. Because all the cross arms are equal. And if you look at the cross on the inside of the charm, it's an equal armed cross.
Right.
So I see that as equality. And I know that's not an equal sign, but I'm seeing equality when I see that.
What does it feel to you?
Right. So, and then I have this little happy face guy, which I absolutely love.
Yeah.
It's an enamel happy face that I ordered to make some charm beads, like prayer beads or and he's so cute. I love that. And
yeah, he's adorable.
Happy face. This is joyful. It's happy. It's joy of whatever you want to call that. So then I have a little crescent moon with a star in it, and to me, right away. And you can see he's got a little face in there too. Immediately, that's your intuition. I see that's a shining star. With the crescent moon, I almost would say that you're only showing half of your joy, or you're only using half of your intuition, because since you only see one side. Make sense?
Yep.
Yeah, see, because look at him. You only see you only see a half of his face. You're not seeing a full moon.
Right.
A quarter. So, hi, babe. How are you?
Good.
Connie.
Oh, hi, Connie.
We're doing Wacky Wednesday.
Oh.
It's Wacky Wednesday. Tom said hi.
Hi.
Tom was out there making some money.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I was doing gardening.
Bring baby home some cash.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, so this one is a shooting star. And I almost kind of think that maybe it might depend on how it lands, if it lands up or if it lands down. I might read it a different way. But right now, the shooting star for me means that something's happening, something's coming, things are going in the right direction. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So either you're going downward, or if you flip it over, you're going upright. And then finally, the last piece that I found in that box of stuff was the sun.
Oh, I love it.
And just like a smiley face. And look, he's smiling. If you look at his face, he's smiling.
Yeah.
So immediately, sunshine, happy, maybe summertime. Maybe that might mean for me personal, that might mean June, because June is, as far as I'm concerned, I think most people feel the same way. June is the very first month of summer. People would say, so That's just some stuff I found in the house.
It's funny. I just want to say on the sun in my charm kit, my son, sometimes it has come up in readings where it's literally a son or a child, a boy child. So,
Okay.
depends
I
where it
hadn't
lands.
thought about that.
Uh-huh.
You know, I hadn't thought about that, but you know what it is? You're a mom. I'm not a human parent. I'm a four-legged baby parent. I've got 4 babies, but you're a human child mother. And so I could see where that might be the first and foremost thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I just wanted you to know I found some charms in my house.
I'm so excited to see that.
Yeah. So, did we even talk about a topic for today?
Yeah, you were going to talk about Lenormand.
Oh, that's right. Okay, you know what? Let me crack out one of my favorite decks of cards. I'm going to show you a deck of cards that I'm personally calling the Elford Lenormand because Jamie Elford made them. And I was in such awe of these decks of cards. They're so cute. They're so cute.
I didn't realize Jamie had a Lenormand deck.
She
I have
doesn't.
her goddess deck. Oh.
She doesn't. She made one specifically for herself. And I was so in awe of it. I'm like, oh my God, where'd you get these? These are so awesome. I want them. Hold on, just give me 1 second. And I'm going to grab them. They're right here in my office. So I just got to yank them out. Yank them out of the drawer that I keep them in.
Ailes yanking something in his office.
Yeah, no, that doesn't happen in here. It happens in the bathroom. So this is a cute little deck of cards that Jamie Elford had.
Nice.
That's why I call it the Elford Lenormand. These are the backs. Very pretty. It's that ombre effect going down, and here it's like it's blue suns or blue stars, a blue nighttime.
Oh, nice.
So you can't really see it. The lighting's not so hot, but
I think
it's actually like a marble effect or like granite.
Ooh.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah, so now there are 36 cards in this deck. Some Lenormand cards have more. Some Lenormand cards I don't think have less, but some have all the same imagery, all of the same pictures, all of the same names, but then some Lenormand decks have an expanded pack. Maybe there are other cards that are represented and some that are taken out. There is, as far as Lenormand is concerned, there is a standard set of 36 cards, and there are standard images, and there are standard ways to read them.
Okay.
For the most part, the way Lenormand works is, it is what it is. It is literally that card. Meaning, so I'm going to pull a card real fast. So here you see that is the scythe, and the card is number 10. So with the scythe, if this popped up, I would say to you, you got to cut something out of your life. Something's going to be cut away from you. Somebody could literally stab you. This could be like a stabbing threat. You know what I mean? Because, you hear people say it all the time, I'll cut a bitch. That's what this could mean.
What about like a surgery?
Well, that could be, right. And it could be that too, because it is an actual knife.
Okay.
It does mean cutting. So it could mean surgery. And that's good that that's how you saw that. It's good that that's pick that up. Okay. Here's another.
Cut.
What's that?
When you said cut, I thought, oh, surgery, like a cut.
Yeah. Well, see, but that's what it is. Lenormand is more about straightforward, cut to the chase. There's no questioning. There's no wondering. There's no interpretation. That's what it is. So, like, let's just say if you came to me and you're like, oh, Al, how's my health? And this popped up, I'd say, well, maybe there's a surgery you're avoiding.
Oh.
Maybe there are things that you need to cut out of your diet in order for you to get on a healtly track.
Well, yeah, that's obvious.
Maybe you need to stop doing drugs and shooting drugs up. Maybe this is a person.
You just take all the fun away.
Well, I'm sorry, but you can only party with Billy Idol so much.
No, that will never end.
So now let's so then I'm gonna flip over a couple more for examples, and then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull cards and I want you to tell me what you see.
Oh, I'm not a Lenormand reader, but
Oh,
okay.
you're a lot more of a Lenormand reader than you think you are, and a lot of people are. The hard part about it is people search for interpretation. Don't interpret the cards, just read what you see.
Okay.
So now this one, can you see that? This is clouds.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes, I don't know if you can see the wording, clouds. So this is clouds, and the number is 6. Sometimes numerology plays a factor, sometimes it doesn't. Just depends on, what the layout or what you're doing. But this card is foggy. This card is, dark cloud. This card is maybe obscured vision. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So it's very exactly what the card is. You can't see 2 feet in front of you. You know what I mean? It's or something like that. So now in Lenormand, generally you'll find a man card and a woman card for the significators. Meaning, like in tarot, my significator is the Knight of Pentacles. But the Knight of Pentacles doesn't strictly have to be a man. It doesn't strictly have to be a woman.
Right.
In tarot. But with Lenormand, it's a man. It's a woman. It's not a characteristic. It's female energy. It's not male energy. It's a guy. It is a girl. So the next card that popped up was woman. So in the reading, if this card pops up, you're talking about a woman. Either you're going to cross paths with a woman, the questions about a woman, there's a woman asking the question. It definitely is about a woman. It's not, oh, well, there's some female energy about, prime example. It's about somebody who's gay, who has a lot of feminine qualities. That's not what this is.
Okay. I was going to ask that.
Strictly,
Or I was thinking that.
It's a girl. It's a girl. Like in tarot, like if the Queen of Cups pops up, that definitely could be somebody who's very emotional and very loving and very
right.
But that could be a man.
Everyone has moods in tarot, so
great. Tarot is very fluid as far as
right.
You can step in and out of those. You can step in and out of those archetypes with tarot, right? It's very straight across the board. It's very strict that way. At least that's the way I'm learning it. Okay. Now I also want to point out something else too. Because Lenormand does have those male and female cards in it, and those strictly do mean that gender, right? That anatomy, it does mean that. When I created a little bit of a, I also like Jamie, I created my own deck of cards, and because of that, because of wanting the fluidity, because I wanted my cards to appeal to men and women of all genders, of all sexual orientations, I added 2 women cards and I added 2 men cards. So if you're doing cards for someone who's gay, me being a boy, I would take out the girl cards. I would have, like if I'm going to ask about relationships and I know the person is gay, I would take out the lady cards. I would take out the female cards. Because
very cool.
I'm not going to read these cards and have a lady card pop up talking about relationships, knowing that's not where I am.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Or like if I'm reading for you, I would take out 1 male card and 1 lady card. So that way, when those 2 items pop up, I know specifically it's about a man and a woman.
Very cool.
2 lady cards together to represent a female relationship. Right.
My relative tarot deck that Carrie Paris and Tina Hart did is the lovers card. There's 3 lovers cards. Same thing. It's got the man and woman, and then it's got 2 women and 2 males. So you take out the one,
Yeah, and and that's the thing. You have to. For me, you don't have to. But for me, I wanted and again, I made these cards for myself, but I wanted them to be very. I wanted them to be very fluid and very accepting and very open for everybody.
Yeah, that's very cool.
So, okay, so one more card. This one is the coffin.
Okay.
This one is similar to the death card in tarot, but this one means dead. This one means gone. This one means die. It means that. Now that me, but it's not so strict as I'm gonna die, but it is so strict as maybe like, okay, no, I'm not gonna on wood, but okay, Connie, you and I have friendship, it's gotta die. We gotta bury it.
No.
I'm not saying that for real, but that's why I said I'm knocking on wood. I knock on wood for that. But that's what that means. Like you and a girlfriend. You know, you're a girlfriend and this pops up. Maybe that means it's time for this relationship to be put.
So it could be situational, like depending on the situation.
Oh yeah, yeah. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean physical body like it doesn't mean physical body, but something is going to die.
Okay.
And that could be that could be relationship, that could be situational. Yes. It could be somebody's business. If a person is asking about, oh, well, how's my business going to look for 2020? And this card pops up, I'm like, that puppy's going in the tank.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So it is open to interpretation, but yet and still you're reading that card for what it is.
Right. Now let me ask you a question, because I know
something else. What's that?
I know very little about Lenormand, but the little bit I do know, I've heard, and it was at a reader studio that we talked about it once as a group, and like there's negative and positive cards in Lenormand.
I don't know. I don't want to say it that way. I don't.
Okay.
Because like, well, in tarot and some oracle decks, there are cards that are straight up, this is a bad card.
Yeah.
In some tarot decks, even like when we see the death card, and so many times you're like, right away we got to tell our people it doesn't mean you're gonna die, but it does mean that something's changed.
Yeah, because Hollywood makes the death card a scary card,
like a big fat deal.
Yeah.
But in Lenormand, there is no good or bad card. It's the combinations of cards that create that kind of a situation or that kind of a vibe.
Okay.
See the scythe card, that's not immediately a bad card, because right away you think, okay, oh my God, I'm going to get cut, or I got to cut something out of my life.
Yeah, maybe you're going to get boobs.
What's that?
Maybe you're going to get 2 boobs, and it's a good thing.
Right. That's not a bad thing. Maybe you're going to have an addictomy and get a couple of
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, Lenormand, you read those cards in a combination of cards. Generally, you read them 2 at a time, if not more. You really don't read Lenormand 1 card at a time.
Oh, okay.
Like tarot, you can just pull 1 card and you can get a whole slew of stuff.
Yeah.
Lenormand is the same way, but you generally read at least 2 or more cards at a time. And that it's like reading a sentence.
Yeah, okay.
That's how you read Lenormand cards. You read it like a sentence.
Someone else told me it's like almost like reading a Dick and Jane book, like Dick.
Exactly. Exactly.
And put it together that way. It's
right. You're creating a very simple sentence, and it's straightforward. There's no complexity to it. You read it for what it is, and you also read them always upright.
Oh, okay.
Never reversed.
Okay.
Just like certain oracle cards, they're always upright. They're never reversed. Okay.
Yeah, it took a long time, even in tarot, to read reversed.
Oh, really? I love reversals. I learned that.
Me. Once I started reading reverse, I can't go back.
I can't. I can't not do reversals.
Yeah.
All right, Connie, so I'm shuffling, and so I'm shuffling just, and again, you read them upright, so it doesn't matter how you shuffle Lenormand cards. So I want you to think of a question, and then you tell me how many cards to pull after you're done with your question.
I'm so bad at questions. I mean,
it's got to be straightforward. It's not like, it's not like an interpretation question. It's a straightforward question. The clearer your question with Lenormand, the clearer the answers, and sometimes it's so scary clear.
Okay, I have the question. Do you want me to say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, my question is, will it be sunny on Friday?
Ooh, okay. Okay. Now, your question is straightforward, but let's tweak it.
Okay.
Okay? Let's tweak it too, because I know why you're asking about Friday, because Friday's your daughter's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And she plans to have some outside stuff, right?
Mhm.
So let's tweak that a little further and say, your question was what?
Will the sun shine on Friday
Okay.
during her ceremony? Is that what?
Let's no, we're gonna do it this way. We're gonna
Okay.
do that. And we're gonna say, or we're gonna ask, is Friday gonna be a nice, warm, sunny day?
Okay.
Not because if the sun shines, great, the sun's out. It's, the sun's shining, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be nice outside.
The forecast is not being nice.
That doesn't mean that it's going to be, warm and happy-go-lucky sunny.
Uh-huh.
The sun's going to be out, but it could still be 32 degrees like in the wintertime. That's why I'm saying, and now do you understand? The clearer the question, the better your answer.
Right. Okay.
Okay? So how many cards do you want me to pull? We got to pull 2 or more.
Do 5.
5? Okay. Okay, I'm just going to take the first 5 off the top. Okay? So, snake.
Don't like that.
Cross. Boat or ship. Coffin. Tree. All right. My thing is this. No, it's not going to be a bright, sunshiny day. It's just not. Because obviously the sun card didn't pop up, and there's a sun card in Lenormand.
Okay.
I would read this. I would read from the snake through to the tree, because the tree is the last page or the last sentence or last word in this sentence. So I'm looking at the snake, the cross, the ship, the coffin, and the tree. I would say, looking at this, my answer is it's going to be a twisty-turny day. We can't rely on God to give us good graces for the sun. With the ship, we have to take it as it comes. We have to go with the flow. Go with the wind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as coffin is concerned, and the tree, I hope they picked a hardy tree to plant in their yard.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
You see how I got that?
Yeah. Can I what?
Can you see how I got that?
Completely.
Okay. So now I'm just gonna pull 3 cards. No question. Well, you know what? Let me give you. I'm gonna and I'm gonna pull 3 cards, and you tell me the sentence. Okay.
Oh. Okay.
You tell me. You give me the reading.
I will try.
Okay. So my question is. My question is. Oh, I know what my question is. I just got to make sure that it's as concise as I can make it. So my question is, my question is, how soon can I expect to go back to work?
Okay.
Okay.
And the job that you had.
Correct.
Okay.
A regular 9-to-5 job.
Okay.
So my question is, how soon can I expect to go back to work? Now, I'm going to pull 3 cards. So,
okay.
Next is book. And the third is child. So, what are you seeing from that? What would you say?
Okay.
And again, it's just, there's no interpretation. It's just what it is.
Oh, yeah. I go right to interpretation. Okay. So what it is. Okay. Stork, to me, delivers something.
Right.
Book is knowledge,
Okay.
and baby is new.
Okay.
So, I think good news will be delivered, but things will be different.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Now, of course, chances are we're going to have Lenormand readers who are really good at this be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But that's okay, because it is still the interpretation of you as a person.
Right, right.
So it's not interpretation like, oh, I see this or I see this, or this can mean this, this can mean that. It is what it is,
Mhm.
but it's how you read it.
So how would you read those three?
So for those three, to me, I would say if I have the stork and the book and the child, I would say get ready to learn something new.
Oh yeah, which is basically what I said. Delivering
It
knowledge.
is what you said.
Yeah.
I
Gotcha.
gotta learn something new. So that could mean, I don't know, that could mean brand new job.
A change in the world, who knows? We all might be going to something new at this point.
Oh my God, yeah. Now we just did beep, so we'll just keep an eye on the time. But
Okay.
So, do you have anything else you want to ask? Let's give it another round.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I know there's stuff I want to ask.
There's always stuff right after the fact. As soon as it ends up with you, go ahead.
I'm considering taking a new class, and it's through the World Divination Association, and it's about Kipper cards.
Ooh.
And I'm not sure if I really want to learn Kipper because it's a Bavarian tradition, and my mother's Bavarian, and I just feel very drawn to it.
Yeah, that's totally you.
But I'm not sure if that's a direction I really want to spend a lot of time in right now. So okay. I guess, how can I word that to be concise? Should I take the Kipper course?
Is studying Kipper cards right for you?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. How many cards do you want me to pull?
Just pull 3.
3? All right. So, the moon, mice, and the sun. So, for these 3 cards, I would say, your intuition is really good and really strong as far as Kipper is concerned. As with the mice, you're allowing your time to being able to wait from you. And next thing you know, you won't have the time to make it happen. Time will be stolen from you. You'll cut yourself off from having the time to do it.
Okay.
So this says to me immediately, that's not the place for you to be. You could read them. You could read the Kipper cards, no problem. Granted, we can always learn. But these 3 cards tell me your intuition's there. Either you're second guessing yourself or you're allowing yourself to run out of time to study.
Okay. Which makes sense. Because I do have a lot going on. Even though we're like working from home and there's extra time, it's just never enough.
No, but yeah, but there's still, that just gives you extra time to do all this other stuff too.
Right.
So what are you seeing from this then with that question?
Kind of the same thing, like okay. It would be good. I could probably do it. The knowledge, the intuition. But the mice to me, like you said, the nibbling away kind of, it's more like a rodent to me. I'm getting a negative feeling from the mice. I don't know why.
Okay. And some people, a lot of people would read this and say, that's really bad. Don't do this. Because it is kind of a funky symbol. Number 1, you got the moon card, and the moon card means nighttime.
It means what?
Nighttime.
Right.
You would have to spend your nights doing this. and that would nibble away at your life. You would be cutting yourself off from, important things. Not hardcore, but enough.
Yeah, it's like I got enough shit on my plate right now. Do I want to add?
No, yeah, this is telling you maybe you already have enough intuition on that note, and you don't have to work on anymore.
Maybe the Skype is cut away some time and then do it.
Maybe
other things first, like
cut away all the other things that are nibbling away at you. Okay, I'm gonna do one more, and then we got to wrap her up. So, what can I do to get people to enjoy Wacky Wednesdays more? What can I do to get people to enjoy Wacky Wednesdays more? I'm going to pull 3 cards.
What can we do?
Well, yeah. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it in my lap because I'm the one asking the question.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I have the bouquet, I have the heart, and I have a letter. So with these 3 cards, I would say just maybe it might not be a bad idea to try doing a live one once. Meaning, I think it might not be a bad idea to invite some people with that letter card, invite some people to be a part of the Zoom.
Yeah.
Let's have some guests.
All right.
We can get them to chime in and say what they want to say, share what they want to share, or whatever. That's what I'm thinking. We got to open the doors and invite people.
Totally down for that.
So what are you thinking with that?
Yeah. My other thing is maybe we should do people write in and ask questions that we answer for them, or do like readings.
That's actually a really good idea.
That's what I saw a letter, like mail,
emails. Yeah.
What we love, the 2 of us, 2 hearts.
Okay.
As a gift. Right.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's do that. We're going to do that. So, all right, guys, if you're watching, we're going to do, you know what? Let's do tarot readings next week then. Okay. We'll answer, we'll throw it out there. You guys send us your questions, send us your comments, your ideas, send us your questions. We will do readings for you. We will pull cards, we'll do readings for you, and we'll kick the butt next week.
Right. And when we post the video, let's put our, tag ourselves so people can find us.
Oh, yeah. That's no problem. But yeah, let's do that for next week. So I know that was super crash course for Lil Lenormand because no matter what we talk about, we need way more than we give ourselves.
Oh, hell yeah.
But how did that feel for you?
I liked it.
Good. Yeah, I did. The cards are so cute. I mean, look at this. Even though it's a snake, it's so cute. Look at that.
There's nothing cute about a snake in my world.
No, but I mean the artwork.
Even that.
I don't like snakes either. Scare me. Not as much as sharks though. So
that doesn't bother me.
No, jaws just freak me out. Well, thank you, Connie. I'm so glad we got a chance to talk today. And
yep. My dad.
What's that?
Birthday, so I want to say happy birthday to Dad in case he watches.
Oh, today's your dad's birthday?
Yeah, 75.
Happy birthday, Pops. And yeah, you said he's 75, right? Wow, that's awesome. Congratulations. Alrighty, we gotta get going. And I will see you next week. Bye, Connie.
Bye.
Thanks for watching, guys.